Shakespeare and those other old folk wrote poetry in a language which I never spoke. I've got no qualms with this bloke, but seriously, his words were not for me. Maybe because he died in 1616, or I didn't understand his sonnet that lay before me 372 years after his death is the birth date of mine, and I didn't understand his rhythm, I didn't understand his rhyme, I didn't like poetry. Hi everyone, back to read you a bit more of I Don't Like Poetry. That's from the poem I Didn't Like Poetry. That's another verse from there. I like that poem. It took me a little while to write, but it really helps explain a lot. That's what I use poetry for. Definitely helps explain a lot. But it also does a lot more. So the next poem I'm going to read you from I Don't Like Poetry it's called The Egg. It's a 3 AM thought that I was having, brought on by my son Phoenix. And this poem came out of it. And it's called The Egg. Was it the chicken? Or was it the egg? That annoying question that infiltrates the head. Chickens lay egg and out comes the chicken. Why the confusion? The origin isn't really missing. Chickens are a product of evolution and growth, but dinosaurs laid eggs 65 million years ago. The egg came first and evolved into a chick. The answer is simple, but society's brain struggles to answer it. It was the chicken that came out of the egg, and the egg came first. Good luck trying to figure out who laid it. Was it a dinosaur? Or just some other random bird? Now go to sleep. There's a 3 AM thought. I tend to write a lot at silly o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep. Lots of times it comes out and utter rubbish and I end up deleting it. But sometimes it ends up in like a decent poem, sometimes a little bit funny, sometimes worth lots of thoughts, and a few of them are in here. But obviously the book goes through a whole journey of poetry, how I see poetry, not how poetry is in textbooks, because me and textbooks, we have a different way of seeing things. So the next one I'm going to read you is a limerick. I like limericks. I spent a little while trying to write a limerick every day to get into the use of this, because one of the first poems I ever remember is a limerick, and that's in this book, and it's a funny one, but that's in here. But this limerick I'm going to read for you is called Curry. Someone took me out for a curry. I ate that beast in a hurry. I shouldn't eat vindaloo. Later on I followed through. Next time we'll go out for a Mcflurry. Limericks tend to be very silly. There are some serious limericks, I've seen some, but limericks tend to be quite silly, and little jokes. Lots of laugh out loud moments. And yeah, lots of laugh out loud moments. So that's all I'm going to read you for today. And I'll come back and read you some more next week. But yeah, I Don't Like Poetry comes out on the 7th of September. In my last video I said December, which happens to be Phoenix's birthday, funny enough. But the 7th of September, I Don't Like Poetry. It's available for pre-order on Amazon now. Till next time.